Hello, dear friends. Thursday, November 7th, 2024. Beautiful sunny morning here today, about 10 degrees Celsius, about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to share with you a short video clip that I found of a genuine atheist. You'll be happy to know I did find a genuine, honest atheist. And so I'm not going to delay anything. I'm going to go right into it. So here we go. Take a look at this video clip. It's about 30 seconds long, and you're going to see what I mean. Boom.
Hey, what's with Dr. Merrick?
I mean, why does he act like he's got a filing cabinet shoved up his ass? Yeah. It's called a God complex. All doctors are like that. They think they know everything.
What's God?
Well, you know, when you want something really bad and you close your eyes and you wish for it, God's the guy that ignores you.
Oh, right.
Tech service requested and product extraction.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
So there you go. That is from the movie The Island with Ewan MacGregor and Steve Buscemi. And as you can see, the character that is being played by Ewan MacGregor is a replacement for it's set in the future, and in the future they create replacement bodies for the people that are rich, and they make them in a lab, and so they just have these humans that are created in a test tube or something, and then they download their brain into this new person. So this new person that's walking around is played by the character of Ewan MacGregor, as you see in the clip. He doesn't have any knowledge of anything. Don't ask me how he's able to speak English, but it's sci-fi, right? It's a sci-fi movie, and so I thought it was rather clever. But that's the reason why he says, "What's God?" Right? He doesn't have any. The concept is that he has no clue, and this reminds me really of what atheists are trying to do. If you notice, I have in the comments a lot of comments from atheists. One of my last videos, I think it had over 200 comments, so I wish I could go through each and every one of them and address them. Thank you very much for the comments, by the way. But I'm going to have to divide them into categories and address these separate categories one at a time. There's a category of comments that deal with this topic, a category that deals with that topic, and you can kind of break it down into half a dozen different categories of questions, and that would cover the bulk of the comments, I would say. But that's going to take me some time, and I'll have to work on that. But it's interesting that if you look in the comments to my videos about where I talk about atheism, you never see a comment where someone says, "What do you mean by God?" And that would be a genuine, honest atheist, right? Somebody that has, because this is what they say. They say they have no awareness of God. They say they have no acknowledgement of God. And so if you tell them, "Hey, you're rejecting the God of the universe, the creator of all things," they say, "No, no, 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 I'm not rejecting God at all. I just have no awareness of God." And so you get that kind of feedback from people, and it gives them a safe place to base all their reasoning upon, and they'll latch on to trite sayings by people like Hitchens. If you can accept something without evidence, I can dismiss it without evidence. And they say, "Oh yeah, that's me." They want to be really clever, and they want to protect their ability to remain aloof and to be above and beyond the idea of God, right? That they don't deal with that because that's below them. And so they refuse to acknowledge any God. And if you tell them, "Hey, you're rejecting God," they say, "No, no, no, I'm not rejecting. I can't reject something I don't believe in." So they carry around in their mind this image of the character that we saw in that clip, where they're like, "Oh, I don't even know what God is," right? Which is lying to themselves. Obviously, you don't have atheists walking around like that. Instead, they have all these reasons, they have all these questions, they have all this. Well, what about this? And they try and introduce some kind of gotcha argumentation, right? They say, "Well, what about this or what about that?" And it goes on and on and on. You get the idea. And so This is why I mentioned in one of my videos there's no honest atheist, or I said all atheists are liars. And so if you had an atheist like this character from the movie who had no ways, well, that would be a genuine atheist. That would be somebody, right? But you don't see that, do you? Right? And so this is reinforces the point that I'm trying to make, that atheists willfully reject God, even though they don't admit to that. They will never admit to that because the consequence of that would be too devastating for them to handle psychologically. Um, and so you end up having people, a lot of whom are acting like the person that I'm going to include in my next clip. And I'm going to add that on to the end of this video. Um, and that, I think, gives a better reflection of what most atheists act like. And I thought, I thought it was funny. I thought you might get a clip out of it. Might get a kick out of it. Sorry. And so this is what most atheists are like. I'm going to splice in a clip here, and you tell me what you think. Here you go. So there you go. This Therm character played by Martin Short on the comedy show Saturday Night Live, and you can see how he's constantly acting that way, right? He's evasive and doesn't want to address the question, and so on and so forth. And so I might get a bit of flack on that, and maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's making a point, right? I'm making a point about how atheists are reasoning, right? They are not genuine, because if they were genuine, they would act like Ewan MacGregor in the movie The Island. They would say, what is God? What is that? But they're not like that. They're willfully rejecting God, and what ends up happening is that they end up, not always, but usually they will adopt some other type of ideology to replace that space in their mind and their spirit and their soul that is reserved for God, for revering God. That space gets filled up with something else, either revering themselves, or revering the earth, or revering science is a popular one, revering the different high priests or priestesses of the atheist movement, like Hitchens or Dawkins or Dennett or Sam Harris, those type of people. And so this is what needs to be addressed, because with the rampant increase in atheism, now making up 30% of the population and growing probably by leaps and bounds every day, you can see the negative effects that are permeating society. A anti-human bias, a anti-God bias, right? An anti-Christian bias, an anti-religion bias, and the end result of this growing desire to depopulate the earth, this growing desire to forfeit the next generation, or to give the next generation over to, look at this local atheist organization that is near where I am, and he wants to expand euthanasia for children, right? He wants to give children the option to exit. And what would cause that? What would cause somebody to want to make that a priority? And it's coming from a very, very dark place. And this, I think, is the battle that should be addressed. It is not a political solution. It is a spiritual solution. When people return their hearts and mind and souls to God and give glory to God, then the society can prosper in cooperation, in love, in brotherly, working together with a common cause to promote a civilized society, and in cooperation of exchanging goods back and forth, and doing business in a proper way with one another, and having relations in a proper way with one another, as per God's plan for harmony and peace, and those kind of good things. And when that space for God is removed and replaced with something else, you end up with chaotic thinking. You end up with dark replacement things that come in and cause chaos and death and all sorts of bad repercussions that are the results of that. And that is coming out in these atheist organizations that are pushing for certain things and promoting certain things, which I will go into in another video. So I appreciate your comments. I'm sorry I can't address them individually. There's just too many. But it is a topic that's important to me. And I will try and address more questions in the near future and try and work on all the questions that come in as best I can. So thanks for watching. God bless you. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. And I hope you're able to spend time with people you love. Enjoy this beautiful sunny weather if you're in a place that has sunny weather. And if you're not, sorry to hear that. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you again real soon, okay? Take care of yourself. Bye for now.